You will agree with me that this has to tie down to the electoral amendment which is currently going on now. But I have a question for you, which I'll ask after we listen to what the House of Representatives have been debating on and divided over, because some are agreeing to the amendment of the Electoral Act and some are saying no, some parts of it are just not right. Let's take a listen to that report and then we'll come back to you.
Those in favor of the amendment say aye.
The 2010 Electoral Act has been a source of contention in the National Assembly for some time now. There are different components of the Act that the National Assembly has been trying to amend. The President had earlier refused to assent to the entire bill, seeking to reorder the election sequence, and the House of Representatives thought it wise to represent the bill after making modifications based on the President's reasons for withdrawing his assent.
Bill for an Act to amend the provisions of the Electoral Act No. 6, 2010. You would recall that the bill was a consolidation of 10 individual bills seeking to amend sections of the Electoral Act 2010.
Lawmakers react to the bill. Some support it, while others say it should be stepped down.
Some honorable colleagues might have some misgiving in certain aspects of this proposed bill. I believe we will do a public hearing.
If there is irregularity in an election and the election is marred by violence, that the tribunal has right to cancel and declare the second person winner of the election. I have no clear understanding of what this electronic voting entails. I therefore would ask, as other people have suggested, that we please step it down.
We have separated the
The Speaker calls on the Chairman, Rules and Business of the House to clarify the distinction between the current bill and that which was stepped down last month.
This is the bill with the same contents as that which we passed here enthusiastically and forwarded to the President for his assent. The President took objections to some elements within that bill and rejected his assent. Now it was brought back to the House. We took notice of the President's objections and the bill was remodeled.
The matter was eventually referred to the Committee of the Whole, bypassing the public hearing stage, which the Chairman, Rules and Business explains had already taken place before the previous bill was stepped down. Terry Ikumi, Channels Television News.
Dr. Pierce, going by that report, the amendment of the Electoral Act, do you see it as one that will enhance younger parties, for instance, to be able to play in the political space, considering the debate on whether or not some parts of it are in order, as we just saw in the House of Representatives, and some people are saying it's okay?
Well, I don't understand fully what the debate is about. But what I do know is that if the election is free and fair, and INEC does not do the bidding of the President, this administration will not be returned to power in 2019. His performance is so woeful.
But we cannot say that until we go through the process.
I am telling you a prediction. I predicted...
Oh, it's just a prediction?
Yeah, of course. Nobody knows tomorrow. But in the 2015, leading to the 2015 election, here and elsewhere, I said, Jonathan may be bad, but Buhari will be worse. That's exactly what we've got now. And I'm predicting again that the party that will win the next election is going to be the party that is fully committed to restructuring this country so that security will be the heart of the state. You make laws in the state. We saw it in Benue. We've seen it elsewhere. You make laws in the state. You expect the federal government to come and execute. It will not happen. The state will make a law and they will enforce the law. That is what goes on in any sane country. That's restructuring we are talking about. Fiscal restructuring. Do you know that today, all the 19 states of the North, their internally generated revenue is only 46% of the generated revenue in Lagos State. The whole of the 19 states of the North generates only about 25% of what is generated in the South. And the reason for that is not because they are poorer in the north. It is because their natural resources, bauxite, iron ore, uranium, incredible resources, locked down by these military leaders we had after the Civil War.
When you become
military leaders who do not
SDP,
understand anything. They got into office at the age of 18.
When your party, the SDP,
yes,
gets into power in 2019, hopefully, what would you be looking at in terms, before getting to that point, what will you be looking at in terms of the confidence that you have on some of the issues that were raised at that plenary in the House of Representatives to do with the card reader and also electronic voting system? Is the SDP confident that going into 2019, you would rely on those items properly to see that you grab the center at the end of the day?
If you have integrity and you believe that the people's voice should be heard, that elections should be determined by the interests of the people, allow them to do what is right, you would have them vote in any way they can, and that is what the SDP will promote. The Social Democratic Party, you see, the policies, you've never seen it. I know, I have read and studied the constitution of the People's Democratic Party, the constitution of the APC. There is nothing there like what you have in the SDP. Full commitment to clear ideology of changing the way things are so that the states will be empowered, there will be wealth in the country, and security will be enhanced in the country. All politics is local. All economy has to be local too. Power generation, all of these things can be cured, but it has to be done under a structure that makes it happen. Nobody can rule this country the way it is and have any success. This is why Adesina may lie from both sides of his mouth that we had 3,000 megawatts under Jonathan. It was 5,000, and then you have 7 now. Look,
but that's a fact. Is that not a fact that we have got over 7,000 megawatts of electricity today?
But for goodness sake,
about 3,000 we had when the PDP was in power?
5,000 to 7,000. Let us say 7. No problem. A little bit of increase. He should be ashamed of himself. South Africa with 50 million is generating 30,000 megawatts. So now we are generating 7. We are saying we are doing something. But anyway, what's important is this. What are the people feeling? The reason why we say we are in disarray and in distress in this country is because unemployment is increasing, poverty is increasing, internally generated revenue is nowhere to be spoken about, foreign investment is down, the stock market is weak, the Naira has been the weakest in the history of this country.
You believe your party has a solution to all of this?
Wait a minute.